2021. So before we start, take a minute, take a few deep breaths, prepare yourself to receive all the messages in this reading that were meant for you, and let go of the ones that aren't. So remember that this is a collective reading, so all things cannot apply to all persons, but you'll know it. If you feel it, you'll know that it's something meant for you. Okay, so here we go. First card is the Devil. So before you freak out, everyone freaks out when they get this card, but it's not really as bad as you think. So this card represents your shadow self, all of the things that are kind of holding you back from being your best self. So it's a card of duality. So I think what this card might be saying is that a lot of times it means that you're caught between instant gratification and like your long-term wellness or your long-term happiness. So what might that look like for you? So it could be maybe just negative thought patterns holding you back. Could be addictions, codependencies, bad habits. So not necessarily like addictions, like we're not always talking about substance abuse, but that could be one of the things. We know that alcohol and cigarettes are bad for us, right? All these things, they cause us physical harm. But it could also mean like we're sabotaging ourselves because we're just waiting for the other shoe to fall. It could mean we're scrolling through social media at midnight instead of sleeping. It could mean dating the same archetype of person that we know isn't good for us and only leads to heartbreak. It could mean eating a bag of chips instead of a healthy dinner or a healthy lunch, or going out to a fast food restaurant instead of cooking. That's one thing that I struggle with personally. So whatever it is for you, think about maybe the places that you're choosing that instant gratification instead of what's going to help you be your best self in the long term. And this might be the push that you need to kind of start changing some of those behaviors, because the thing that I like about this particular card is that if you look at the people, they're like chained up, right, supposedly, and they're like, oh, I'm in hell, like this is so bad. But if you really look closely at their bondage, it's their arms are free. Like they can easily get out of this. It's just they're kind of in a prison of their own making. So the whole like hold that the devil has on them in this particular situation is just an illusion. Like they've had the power to change it the whole time. They're just kind of refusing to see it, and they're not changing their situation, which is something that they have the power to do. So I think what this card is saying for today, October 2021, is that you have the power to overcome these negative, or these harmful patterns that you are finding yourself in. And it might take, it might not happen overnight. It could take a little while. It might take a little willpower, but you can do it. So that's what I think the Devil card is saying. So it's not as bad, right? It's not as bad as you thought. And so for our oracle card today, we've got Sweet Corn, the ritual. So I feel like corn gets a little bit of a bad rap these days because of like high fructose corn syrup, but corn reminds me of summers back home in New York. Eating corn on the cob. Eating corn itself is very ritualistic. And what I mean by that is like there's an order to it. Like there's a very specific way that you do it. You kind of like put the butter on it. I don't know how you all eat corn, but you just like put butter on it, melted butter, and then you like eat like row by row. Like remember back when you were a kid and you would just like eat like row by row and you would like nibble, nibble, nibble corn. So it's like very real, and you do it like one row at a time, and you turn the corn, and like it's very like methodical and ritualistic. I don't know, but the mechanical process of it is ritual like. If you'll just indulge me on that. So I think what this card is saying to me is that even though like usually when you hear the word ritual, like you think of either like a religious ceremony or some like crazy cult kind of thing. That's not necessarily what a ritual is. Like brushing our teeth before bed is a ritual. like it's a habit, it's a ritual, but like that is something that we do every day to take care of ourselves. Sometimes our morning coffee can be a ritual. Like if you really need that coffee, like you need that before, you get ready for the day. So like that could be a ritual itself as well. So like the thing that I think is really important to remember about rituals is that they are some of like our most ancient things. Like this goes back to like, you know, ages and ages and ages, centuries ago. Human beings have always had rituals. It's in every single culture. It's in our DNA, right? So, like today, that maybe this card is telling you today to think about that. So, you might want to bring some mindfulness, some some mindfulness to like the rituals that you participate in everyday life. So maybe instead of like, throwing down your morning coffee or like, throwing it in a to-go cup and drinking it on the way to work or to drop your kids off at school or whatever it is, maybe sit outside on your stairs with your cup of coffee for 5 minutes and like breathe in the morning, take in the nature, like the birds singing, the peacefulness of the morning before, things get totally crazy and you get to work and all breaks loose or whatever. Or, maybe while you're brushing your teeth today, you can just thank your body for all the things that it does for you. And you're saying, look, I'm taking care of you too by, brushing my teeth every day, twice a day, or however many times you do it. So, just that like acknowledgement of I'm caring for myself right now. This is an important thing. This is a ritual. Like this is a good thing that I'm taking care of myself. Or, maybe you could do that, in the shower or while you're washing your face or something like that. So just, acknowledge the care that you're giving to yourself. Like that's an important ritual I think that we go through every day. Um, other things that this card might be saying, maybe you have gotten away from some of the rituals that you used to do. Maybe you used to attend church and you've been meaning to get back to it. Maybe this is a gentle nudge to say, okay, like, it's time, if that's something that you're wanting to do. Or maybe it's something like, something that you used to do when you and your partner first got together, and you don't do that anymore. So maybe you used to like do puzzles together or go out to eat, and obviously it's been kind of a rough year, 2 years for that, getting out and being social. Or it could be anything, just anything that maybe you kind of used to do that you miss maybe in your own life. That's another interpretation of this card. So I guess any of those things that might resonate with you, that might be what this is telling you to do. Or maybe it's saying, hey, it's end of the summer in the northern hemisphere, go get some corn. I don't know what it's saying for you specifically. So, but that's the ritual card. And we had Devil today. So just, I guess that's your reading for today, October 18th. Why do I keep saying 18th? And I'm like, whoa, it is not the 18th. It is only the 8th. Way to get ahead of yourself. But I guess what I'm saying is, if anything that you heard here resonates for you, please like the video, subscribe, do all those things that you're supposed to do that people on YouTube tell you to do. Like and subscribe, right? Comment below. Let me know. Let me know what resonated for you. Let me know what ritual you decided to bring mindfulness to, or literally anything about the reading that spoke to you. I really want to hear from all of you out there. I'm going to be doing new readings every day. So these like little 1-card readings with the Oracle cards. So yeah, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything. I'd hate for you to miss it. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.